tuning in to watch this video. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new punk rock videos every week and tap the bell to get notified when new videos drop. This video was brought to you by the Coldest water bottle. You can check the link in my description to win one of these water bottles or for 10% off all your purchases. My name is Erin Micklow, and I'm here with Dave and Nate from Mustard Plug. How are you?
Doing great. Yeah, how about yourself?
Good. It's hot. It's hot. We're here at Brew.
So hot. Too hot.
That your guys' band name came when someone was like making a sandwich and it was like the crusty stuff on the mustard bottle that like when you don't wipe it before you put it in the fridge. Is that true?
That's all true, yeah. I mean, we've thought about like we should come up with a better story than that one over the years, but it's like, probably better off not. I mean, it could go south real quick. But yeah, that's it. That's the story. It's the truth.
Oh my God, that's funny. Like your logo is really cool because it is like the giant mustard bottle. You kind of just like took and ran with it.
We've definitely run with it.
To the condiment.
Yes, yes. We definitely took the mustard bottle thing and ran with it. Yep.
Yeah. Well, so I saw last week you guys, you played your hometown, Grand Rapids. It was your first show coming out of the pandemic.
First show back, yeah.
So how was it? Can you share some stories from that show?
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, it was really good. Like, and I can't remember ever being that nervous for a show. Like seriously, like, and we've been like we're going on 30 years.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe our first show, second show back in '91, being that nervous, but like going because we've never gone like a month or so without playing a show, let alone like 17 months. It's like, do I still got it?
It was like, is this gonna work? Are people still gonna like us?
Yeah.
You know?
Is anyone gonna show up?
Right.
Are we gonna suck?
Right.
Are they gonna dance? And it's just like
the show sold out, and people like it was like. It gave everyone, I felt like a new lease on life, you know, after being stuck at home for so long.
I don't think I've ever felt like a better vibe in a room.
Yeah.
Like just people were just like, just happy, you know? I mean, they weren't like going crazy, like, you know, sometimes there's always, I'm used to a lot of energy in our crowds and like people like pushing and dancing and going nuts, but there's always a little bit of kind of like edgy energy. This was just, people were just like happy, you know? It was really cool.
That there was a quote from Jim that had said that of like, you know, your songs don't necessarily, you don't have meaning to them, but more it's that you just want people to be happy and have a good time. Like it's not like you're trying to put a specific message out, you just like want to have fun. Is that still true for you guys? Do you agree with what he said?
I disagree, Jim.
Do you?
Jim! Jim! How dare you!
That was a quote from Jim. He's not here to speak for himself, so your feelings
speak
on
for
that.
him then.
Yeah, let me tell you, the trombone lines are meaningless. Just so you know. No, I mean, some like there's a wide range of like lyrical stuff, and I write like a good portion of stuff. Colin writes some stuff, and you know, I mean, I think that like there's a lot of it has meaning. I mean, we have some songs that are like very serious and like you know, like a song about global warming, you know, and it's like hard to write a good song about global warming. And then but we have other songs that are just like
make it peppy,
goofy, fun, whatever. I mean, and we try to do like the whole gamut of stuff that's like very personal, could be political, could be just meaningless fun. So it's all over the place. But
You've got to listen. I mean,
Yeah.
like the song "You" is the happiest, funnest song, and it has the most self-deprecating lyrics of all time. And unless you listen to them, you will never know that. And it's just like, oh my God, this is deep, dark, and you just want to give Colin a hug. You
Right.
know?
And we both wrote that about different relationships we had and like real shit that we were going through.
Yeah.
But if people just want to like listen to the melody and dance to it, I'm cool with that too. Like, I'm cool with people like they can approach our songs on any level they want to. So if they want to dig deep into it, and they'll probably find their own meaning, that's cool, or lack of meaning, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the good thing about like, music is that you can take it, interpret it how you want to, and take it on whatever level you want to. And if it's just like, if you want to just dance to it, as long as you're dancing cool, then I'm cool with that.
And it's uncool. I'm cool with that too. I can't dance. That's why I play drums.
Well, I mean, like, as long as you're not like beating people up, that sort of thing.
Fair.
Yeah.
But you can dance as dorky as you want. That's cool.
Yes, that's the great thing about ska.
Well, so one of my favorite songs of yours is Beer song.
Yeah.
I love that one, but like I was listening to it and I was like, I didn't know that was your song at first because I have heard that song for years and years. And then when I was like listening to you guys again today, I was like, oh, that's their song?
Yeah.
It's a really happy song, but then I didn't look up the lyrics. What is that song about? Because I feel like the title's misleading to the...
Yeah, it's funny because like when we wrote the song, we used to write stuff really communally and just organically in practice.
Yeah.
And someone had a riff, and then someone's like, well, let's do this, and like I think our sax player was like, let's do a song. It'll be like don't take our beer away, right? And like so we had don't take our beer away or something stupid like that, right?
Yeah.
And then so I had that, and then I took it home and wrote lyrics to it, but it didn't have anything to do with beer.
Yeah.
It was more kind of like kind of almost like street punk anthem-y, like Stiff Little Fingers, like Sham 69 type stuff. And it's like that kind of like, if the kids are united type, almost that sort of thing, like you're being oppressed and then you're rising up against it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the basic of the lyric. It's like, don't take it away from what I have. It's not necessarily about beer at all. But like Mustard Plug, when we have a working title for a song, it just sticks no matter what. So the lyrics aren't really about beer at all. But unless you want it to be, then I'm fine with that too, like I said. But,
for sure.
But yeah, that's
no, but it's a good title because you're like, oh, this sounds like a good song. And then you listen to it and you're like, oh, this isn't, because there's like a million bazillion punk ska songs. Let's drink the beer.
Right.
You know?
And like, I don't think we have a song that's actually about drinking beer. That's a funny thing. But
good beer drinking song. You guys have played 1,800 shows. Yeah. Can you share some of your weirdest, strangest moments, the moments that stick out in your mind from, that's a lot of shows.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of them. The one that sticks out right now, because I'm playing a festival, is one of the first outdoor festivals we played. It was at the Michigan State Fair in Detroit, right? And this was probably like 92. Like the opening band was like Jack Kevorkian and the Suicide Machines, like when they were just a little, like, who's this little band I never heard of, right?
Yeah. And they're the Suicide Machines now.
Yes, also known as the Suicide Machines now at this point. Because it was an actual state fair, we had to stop. Like the sound guy was, oh, stop, you can't play. You got to take 5 minutes off. I'm like, what? You can play later, but just 5 minutes. The guy's wrestling the alligator. I'm like,
what?
I'm like, huh? Yeah, the alligator gets pissed off if there's noise, so you just got to be quiet for 5 minutes. So we had to stop the gig for like 5 minutes. Well, just, all right, wait for him to wrestle the alligator. So yeah, I don't know. Festivals are fun.
Yeah, I mean, festivals are always crazy. I mean, they're a lot to do, but they're fun. They're like really exciting. Like one-off shows, it's like there's a different energy to them. But when you do a festival, it's like, God, it's gonna be hot. I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna be thirsty. I'm probably not gonna eat very much today, but it's like so exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and good news today, Nate is wrestling the alligator.
Naked, of course.
Well, Well, so do you have any standout stories from all the shows that you've played?
So this is a little more recent. We went to Japan for the first time like in 20 years, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And
right before
right before COVID, we were in Japan and then Australia.
Yeah.
And just seeing how appreciative and how apeshit bonkers the Japanese people went at our shows. I mean, they were like ecstatic. Like, I mean, like it was like we were the fucking Beatles.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God, like it just like gave me so much joy and hope. And like, I mean, just like the way they experienced it was just like unlike, it's so different here.
Yeah.
And so and this is kind of like maybe like metaphysical and feelings and things like that, but just like the feelings that you get from that are just like, I'll never forget that, you know? And maybe it was because we hadn't been there in 20 years.
And there were people that showed up, they're like, remember I saw you at that show 18 years ago and you signed this t-shirt and you know.
And you're like, no,
wow.
I was drunk.
Yeah. There were a few people that like, I totally remember you. Like a couple of them. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yep.
I mean, it is crazy. Like, ska punk is really big in Japan and
Yeah.
in Mexico City.
Yeah,
very much so.
Huge
We
ska
got to
punk
make
scenes
it there.
there.
That's the one place like where it's big. We haven't made it to yet. So.
Yeah, I
You
was
hear that,
watching-
Mexico?
Yeah, you hear that, Mexico
You hear
City?
that?
I
Bring
was-
us.
Yeah.
I was
Bring us to
watching
you.
an interview with the Toasters, and Bucket was saying that they do Mexico City a lot because
Yeah.
it's like there's a huge ska punk scene there.
Totally.
Like I actually just got back from Mexico City a few months ago, and it was there's like a just big punk scene there in general.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, we see it on like Spotify. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
you get to see like our 5th biggest city is Mexico City, where we've never been. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
So promoters in Mexico City.
Book you.
Yeah.
Well, so what do you guys have coming up next? Like, do you have any new music? It's been a bit since you released something
Yeah,
new. Like,
we
what's
got-
going on for the band?
We got a lot of songs we're working on. I think we have what, 18 songs?
18
or
songs for a
something?
new record?
Yeah.
Or
so
whatever we're going to do with them?
We're just kind of hashing them out. We all like wrote them like kind of when we were in lockdown, like so trading files and stuff. And now we're just starting to get together and actually like hash them out together as a band
Yeah.
and try to rework them and make sure that they're cool. And then we hope to like maybe hit the studio, I don't know, spring or something. Who knows? But yeah, we have a lot of stuff and we're
That's
itching
exciting.
to. Yeah, I
It's
know.
progress.
It's been a
I'm excited.
while.
I know
but,
it's been a long time.
But I
so.
feel like, with the lockdown, it was like a lot of bands you had that time, but then it was hard
Yeah.
because it's like maybe you're creatively stifled because it's like, what the fuck am I going to write about?
It ebbed and flowed for me because sometimes
Yeah.
I'd be like really creative for like a couple weeks, then I'd just get depressed and not want to do anything,
Same.
So it was tough.
The pandemic depression was very real.
Yeah, it was just
very
ebb and
real.
flow and get creative,
It's like,
like, yeah.
I've got all this time on my hands. I
Yeah.
can do all the things I wanted to do. No, I'm fucking depressed.
Yeah, exactly. Totally. Yeah.
Sucks.
Which is what makes like this stuff now happening even more important.
Yep.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just so like filled with joy and happiness that we can play shows again.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, like we're back at it. You know, after a year and a
Same.
half of just like having the world just stop. It was like maybe good for a while, but like it became dark. You know, and so
Yeah.
to climb out of it again and like have a life and to like feel like a sense of purpose is like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I feel the same. I mean, I missed doing this so much and
Yeah.
talking to bands in a live environment. Like, live stream interviews were a thing, and I did them, but it's not the same.
Nah,
it's
it's not
not
the
the
same.
Just like the live stream concerts that a lot of bands are just not the same.
Yeah. We talked about doing it. We're like, nah, it's just like
Yeah.
nothing like the real thing,
Yeah,
The
for
whole way.
sure. Well,
Yeah.
so what are you guys looking forward to the most today? That this being like your first festival back after your kind of pre-show last
Yeah.
week in your hometown.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, 'cause
Hepcat.
we're friends with all the bands. Hepcat definitely. And we did some of our first touring with them back in the 90s. And Toasters we're really good friends with. Toured tons. I think we probably played with Toasters more than any other band.
We also love Less Than Jake.
Yeah,
I
Less
mean,
Than
without a
Jake,
doubt.
man. Like we've been. I mean, I
Agrolites, I mean,
yeah,
But
oh my God,
McGandy.
all those bands.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Half Past Two.
We're like really good friends with every single band on the festival, so it's just like kind of like a family reunion.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
We're
And
sharing
that
the
is
air
like-
with friends.
with better music.
Yeah.
The ska scene is like that. Like every time, like obviously I kind of move between the different genres of punk rock, but every time I've worked
Yeah.
at the ska festivals or ska shows, like it is a more like a community where people are like everybody knows each other, everybody's
Yeah.
super down to earth and friendly, and like it is that vibe. It's the ska punk.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, that's one of the greatest things about the whole scene is like everyone's just, not pretentious, just really cool. with
Everyone's
each other.
just chilling,
friendly. Yeah,
skanking along.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna close with that. Thank you guys so much
All
for taking
right,
the
yeah,
time today.
Thank you, yeah. Hey, I'm Dave from Mustard Plug,
And I'm Nate from Mustard Plug.
and you're watching Last Rockers
TV!